Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is going to be a brief little review for Sword Art Online, episode 21. We are following Asuna, basically picking up right where we left off, as she's just gotten out of her cage, her prison, if you will, at the top of the World Tree in Alfheim Online, and she's going down this pathway, just sort of lurking around, trying to see if she can find a way out, and she ends up stumbling on just exactly what it was that Sugo had mentioned in a previous episode, this whole brainwashing mechanism. There are all these holographic brains representing the people, the 300 other people that are still in comas in hospitals all around the area. And it's just freaky and horrifying that she stumbles onto this, that she sees, essentially Sugo as his alternate persona, Oberon, is actually doing this. It's not just some, idle threat. It is actually happening. People are having their brains toyed with. And this is all very compelling because how is she going to undo this? She is very adamant now about putting a stop to it. And I believe, I'm starting to think anyway now, that the hero of this story at this point might be Asuna, whereas it was Kirito who saved everybody from SAL. I'm putting my money on Asuna saving the day here. Kirito is all about saving Asuna, but I think Asuna has made this personal, this whole rivalry with Sugo and whatever he's doing. She's seeing it firsthand. She's being victimized by him, and not even from an extension point of view where she's just a brain, in a box like all these other people who are basically kept asleep. They don't know what's going on. She is conscious. She has an avatar in this game. She can interact with Sugo and stuff like that, so she's seeing it even more profoundly than anyone else is. So again, my money is on her to, in one way or another, take out Sugo and stop what he's doing. Now, before she can actually do anything about it, though, which she does attempt, remembering back to a time when Kirito had opened up one of those panels in the game to save Yui, she's basically seeing a console in this area, and she wants to be able to do something now, but unfortunately she's caught by these two giant, hulking, and quite repulsive slug-like dudes who she guesses are probably scientists working for Sugo, who happens to be, away on a trip or whatever, and they catch her. One of them goes and informs him, and he's apparently really ticked off that she was able to get out and get this far, but Asuna gets the last laugh. Before she ends up being brought back to her cell, she grabs one of those key cards, and I'm really hoping this gives her the leg up that she needs. Now, as this is unfolding, we essentially have Kirito and Suguha having a day off from the game. This is all thanks to scheduled maintenance, that bane of existence for anyone online, and essentially they decide to hang out for the day. And they go to the hospital. Essentially, Sugu asks him if she can come with him to the hospital to visit Asuna. She's really soul-searching about how she feels about him. Of course, she's gone back full-time to calling him brother, but we know that they are really sort of cousins by extension, and she's really trying to figure out whether she loves him or not. She believes that if she sees Asuna in the hospital, this will give her a definitive answer. This will lay to rest any sort of romantic feelings she has for Kirito. Of course, she doesn't know this is Kirito from ALO. This is Kazuto, her brother or cousin, but she really, I think, feels that it'll lay that to rest. She'll finally be able to move past it. And what ends up happening when they go to the hospital, she ends up feeling heartbroken because essentially the opposite has happened. Seeing him pine for Asuna has solidified her feelings toward him, whether that be born out of her wanting to help him in some way, or the fact that she really does feel romantically linked to him remains to be seen. But essentially she carries this back over into ALO, still not knowing that Kirito is her brother/cousin, and she just sort of unleashes her emotions to him. Now, finally in the game, they have reached the big city below the World Tree, Arun, and this place just looks magnificent. It's full of people, full of life when they get back into the game, and essentially this is the point where once they cross a certain border at the base of the World Tree, and I love the fact, by the way, if I may take a little aside, that Kirito asks, could somebody climb up the World Tree? Because as they're showing this thing, I'm thinking to myself, why can't he just sort of grapple his way up the side of this thing? Well, they've already got that covered. It's impossible to. That area is off limits. How come people can't fly up the side of the thing? Well, they've put a roof in the clouds and stuff like that. So all of this stuff has been answered for me. And again, once they pass through this little area at the base of the World Tree, you have Yui just going ape. She's sensing Asuna now, and this is basically the cliffhanger, I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for him to finally know know for sure that Asuna's in this game. Kirito, as soon as he hears that, impetuous as always, his wings come out and he just flies up into the sky. I doubt he's going to make it on this attempt, but we only have a small handful of episodes left, so who knows? I mean, maybe my next episode they will be reunited. But in any case, another exciting episode we were handed this week, and I really can't wait to see how this is going to play out. When Lifa/Sugu is going to finally understand that Kirito is her cousin in the real world, is it going to break her heart even more to see him and Asuna reunited? I don't know, but it's just absolutely fascinating and a gripping story, and I love it. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of this episode if you've seen it. And that's pretty much going to be it for me on this one. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll catch you later. Peace.